Hi guys, thank you so much for tuning into the 9th and last art therapy directive video that I'm making. In case you didn't know, my name is Shalom Parker. So this week's directive is inspired by my therapist and something that she reminds me often to do, which is to treat myself like I am my own friend. A lot of times I have way more grace for the people in my life that I love and care for than I have for myself. And so this is a really great way to restructure your self-talk and give yourself more grace, especially during this time in the pandemic. There's so many expectations for things that you could do or you should do or ways that you could be enriching yourself. And maybe you don't have the energy for that. Maybe that's not the place where you are right now, and you need to give yourself grace in that. So this art therapy directive involves giving yourself a permission slip or a free pass to give yourself grace. So the first thing that I want you to do is to think about what's something that you feel a lot of self-pressure or societal pressure to do or to be. Or maybe something that you feel a lot of shame or guilt that you're not. After you've picked one of those areas, you're going to make an actual physical permission slip for yourself to give yourself grace if that happens again, or give yourself grace if you can't do that thing. So as always, with all of my art directives, you can use whatever art materials that you have at your disposal to make yourself a free pass that you can actually hold on to and pull out when you make that mistake or when you aren't able to do that thing that you feel like you should be able to do. Take some time to really put some thought and art into it, because it is an art project. And it will also give you time to reflect on what that thing is and where the pressure is coming from. After you've done, I also have some reflection questions for you. The first one is, what would you have more room for in your life if you weren't paralyzed by guilt or shame? The second is, do the things that you feel pressured to be or do actually line up with where you want your life to go? And the third one is, think about the last time that you felt significant guilt or shame. Then remind yourself of what your self-talk was. And then compare that to what you would say to a friend who is in the same situation. And the fourth one is, if you were to give yourself a pass in that area for the rest of your life and not just one time, what would the end result be? Thank you so much for tuning in. I really hope that these art therapy directives have been helpful for you. I've really enjoyed this opportunity to share the things that I love with you, and I hope that it's been a great experience for you too. Thank you so much for tuning in.